Well, now to a WGN Investigates exclusive. A co-owner of the famous Aragon Ballroom is under investigation for allegedly using the theater and his concert promotions business as a front to launder money.
WGN's Mike Lowe has that story.
Good evening. The Aragon Ballroom has been part of Chicago lore since it was built in the 1920s. It's played host to virtually every major musician from the 30s to present day. But according to a federal warrant, it also played a role in a money laundering scheme uncovered by the FBI. The Aragon Ballroom is as loud as it is legendary.
It's the greatest place in the city of Chicago to hear a concert.
Chicago photographer Paul Natkin would know.
Depeche Mode, Def Leppard.
He's photographed hundreds of the biggest names in music at the Aragon.
Keith.
From the Rolling Stones.
Good Mick Jagger pictures. Kind of forgot about these.
To OAR and Cypress Hill.
Clash, George Clinton, the Black Crowes played there a bunch of times. Beastie Boys, Sheryl Crow.
This is Sting at the Aragon in 2017. But it was a different kind of sting, an undercover FBI operation that played out here for several years.
It makes me sad knowing the history in that place and the folklore that went through it. But as a federal agent, I can tell you that if I looked at it from a bad guy's point of view, it would be an ideal venue to do it.
Another great day for the good guys in Chicago.
Jack Riley is the former head of the DEA in Chicago, and he spent decades leading narcotics and money laundering investigations. He is not involved in this case. In recent years, the Aragon Ballroom has been transformed into a must-stop for Latin America's biggest acts touring the U.S., thanks in part to Ivan Fernandez.
Bueno, pues primero, buenas tardes.
Fernandez is a longtime owner of the Aragon, according to city records. He also promoted concerts through various business ventures.
Cubriéndolo y dejándole saber a la gente lo que está pasando.
According to this federal search warrant, exclusively obtained by WGN Investigates, Fernandez and his associates took cash to clean on multiple occasions, the amounts ranging from $25,000 to $100,000, coming from an unidentified source who purported to have drug money.
When they make illegal money, especially on the side of cash, they just can't go out and spend it or put it in a legitimate bank account. So there has to be a way for them to legitimize that money.
But in reality, that source was working with the FBI. Fernandez allegedly took purported drug money, or dirty cash, and staged concerts, then created phony contracts and invoices to make it appear as if the money was tied to legitimate concert costs. He deposited the cash in bank accounts, then took a 10% fee for the laundering, then returned the clean cash to the original source. The owner in question here, Ivan Fernandez, is said to have charged 10%. Is that pretty much the standard going rate?
Going rate in the Midwest, that's, yeah.
Some of the concerts took place at venues in Elgin and Rosemont.
Cash leaves no trails. There's no credit card receipts. There's no bank vouchers. There's no electronic transfer notices that could be kept in a computer data set. It literally is a bad guy saying, I just paid this guy $50,000 for services. Here's the bill of sale. Of course, the bill of sale is fabricated.
Fernandez has not been charged with a crime, according to a search of the federal court database. The money laundering allegations are spelled out in an application for a warrant to seize property subject to forfeiture, filed in 2019 in the U.S. District Court of Eastern Wisconsin. A spokeswoman for the office there declined to comment. So this document is essentially a roadmap of what the investigators have found through the course of the investigation.
Yeah, for the most part, they're going to lay out how they got to the point in which they need the search warrant to go further.
The federal investigation began in 2016 when Fernandez allegedly used his own cell phone to set up a meeting with the source at his office inside the Aragon Ballroom. In another instance, the source was escorted to a room within the Aragon Ballroom where the money counter was located. Fernandez hung up when WGN called for his side of the story. We tried to speak with him at his suburban home, but shortly after we knocked, police arrived.
I mean, traditionally, if you look at organized crime in Chicago and even elsewhere throughout the world, they're going to look for venues like that that handle essentially cash businesses.
The U.S. Attorney's Office would not comment on the status of the investigation, as authorities have now placed court documents and filings under seal. Mike Lowe, WGN Investigates.